Look what's growing in here, terrible. You tell me when to start talking.
You go ahead.
Well, right in here is going to be 7 glass showrooms. I can't believe all this is growing in. We've cut this out about a dozen times. And here is going to be the nativity scene. And right in here, the next one is going to be Jesus turning water into wine. And then here is going to be Jesus walking on the water. And here is going to be Jesus being baptized by John the Baptist. And then the man with leprosy is going to be coming through the roof here. And then in the back one is going to be the rapture.
Are these scenes going to be sculptures or?
No, they're going to be like you have at Disney World. You can't tell them from real people. They animated people, you know. We expect 40,000, 50,000 a day to come to see this thing. And there's not going to be no charge at all. Disney World and some of the places, they charge $150, $60 a day to bring the family out. We're going to tell them, bring your cooler out, have a good time, we'll pray for you. There's no charge at all. I'll come around this side here, I want to show you. This is where the altar is going to be. It's going to be exactly 64 feet long. I had a couple of my boats I put in here. From here to here, and that glass cross, the wind blew it out, but I'm going to put it back in. I got pictures of me putting it in. I had it all with tile around there, and then the wind, this whole wall was down, and that whole wall was down. And when I came back and looked at it, all gone. You can imagine how bad I felt. But you got Jesus, they say you got enough to start all over again. So that's what I did. I started all over again.
I once was lost in sin, but Jesus put me in. And then a little light from heaven filled my soul. It made my heart in love and wrote my name above. And just a little talk with Jesus made me whole.
Good evening, this is Coast to Coast AM. John B. Wells sitting in for ship's captain George Norrie. As the hour cometh, so cometh the mothership. Well, why don't we go to John in Tampa, Florida, and let's get this thing rolling. Euphonic Friday, wild card line number 2. John in Tampa, how are you?
Well, I got a pretty big discovery I just found. I'm an amateur archaeologist. I spent 13 years searching for this discovery, and just recently I've been able to find it.
Excellent.
Ponce de Leon actually came across to the west side of Florida at one point and established his colony. And a whole lot of the other researchers thought it was down at Charlotte Harbor, south of Tampa Bay. But I noticed on a map that there was a river above Tampa Bay with the one word saying Ponce on the river. I identified that river as the Yanquil River and began my search for Ponce de Leon's colony about 13 years ago.
All right, we're going to cut in here, and I mean literally cut in here. Keeping an eye out for alligators. Watch out for that hole. Now, if anybody wanted to know what it was like when Ponce de Leon came ashore, this is pretty much it. It looks just like this. I've got an overhead map where the cabin is, but in this thick of brush, it's not even helping. We just got to do it by instinct. Oh, Christ. We got a small river here with trees. Ponce's cabin is that way about 150 yards, but we've got a kind of an obstacle here. I was told to find Ponce de Leon, I might have to get my feet wet. But what I'm looking at, this is ridiculous. We're going to get our knees wet. It's only a couple feet deep. You want me to go out there and test it?
It's up to you.
Okay. My boots can handle it, but I don't think the rest of you can.
You know, my daddy was a DJ. He wasn't an American DJ, he was a Jamaican DJ. So, you know, that's my passion comes from music.
I guess I just started liking this music shit, man, because I was always like picking on people in school. And then I seen these motherfuckers battle rapping, and I was like, man, he just picked on this nigga, but he did it with music. But like, I really have a hard time, like, for me to say that I be at home and all that shit, and I be writing music now, bullshit. I do when I'm locked up.
I be dealing, try to make it killing, money to the ceiling, I gotta feed my children. Hustle in the ways, they call it 4 ways, I try to move a block on my block. Fuck the law, fuck them lane, fuck them haters, it's a dirty game, but I keep that clean, soft or hard, green on the brown, you know what I mean.
Yeah, this is one of my records. Check it out. Do this here. Yeah.
They gave me trap for the year, 6 years straight. So I asked my mama, did I graduate? She told me no, son, just on another level. You gotta get your money right and get your shit together. So I told my mama, wrist game real sick. And the trap steady jumping, money steady coming. I'm a goon in my city, I ain't never running. I'm in my prime, mama, I ain't even scared of nothing. Even though we moving boatloads of cocaine, I ain't got caught yet, we doing the damn thing. Good. Well, I tried, you know. I did it, never heard it in my life, but I did it, you know.
That's what I call fun. Wow. You guys want to try it? That's a little ruddy. Sorry.
Sorry. What's your favorite song to mud to?
My favorite song?
To mud to.
To mud to? Little Mud on Tires is one, but chicken fries is my favorite.
Where's your favorite spot to go?
I'll take you there, but we can't go in because without only one truck, you don't want to go in this place. You need another truck to pull you out.
You ever get bothered by the cops or anything?
Oh no, not at all. See, cops can't come up here. Woo, that's a good one. Come on, baby. Woo-hoo. Yeah. Oh yeah, baby, come on. I need some air. I don't know they do. Woo!
I had a barbecue place down there where they do, but see, me and the city couldn't get along. The city want a part of everything. Small part, big part, they want a part of everything. The state, all of that, the same thing, all that runs the same. So when you gotta pay them more, some days you don't make no money, but you still got to pay out. So it's better to just cook just like I am now. All I got to do is go inside and do what I need to do, and no overhead, no more than the cost of the meat. So you have to be real careful when you approach it, because some of the meat comes at you. It be so tender. It just come off the bone. You know, everybody would like to be rich, but a lot of people they don't want to be rich. They just want to be happy. They want to pay their bills on time and relax, come home and relax and don't have to worry about nothing. That's all they're looking for. They ain't looking to be go outside and get in the helicopter and go to the store. Everybody don't want that. This is the American dream right here. Just being comfortable. Be in a place you don't hear gunshots all the time. Be in a place you think that your kids might grow up safe. That's the American dream. Like I say, the helicopter in the backyard, that ain't the American dream. Just like the people who won the Powerball the other day. They probably the most unhappy people in the world right now, because everybody they know calling them. Relatives they never spoke to calling them. Not used to having a lot, then get that kind of money, got to be trouble. People gonna try to take what you got just cause you got it. Ain't nobody coming out here to take nothing because I ain't got nothing.
Here's what the cross was made out of. I got beautiful pictures, just like this here, inside of here. Oh, the sun come right through here. And around here I have beautiful tile, inside and outside. Then when I come back, all this wall here was all down. The other wall was down, the roof was down, everything was down. It's sort of disheartening, you know, when everything happens like that after you've been working for about 15 years on the place.
That was all destroyed by the hurricane?
Yeah, I think it was Charlie. I got pictures. I think you should take a picture of right in where everything is all down.
What are you going to do if they make you tear it down?
Well, I don't think the Father God is going to stand for it because he loves his son. And he said, this is my son's house of worship. He said hundreds of people have got, thousands got saved here. They've had miracles here galore. And he says, they're not going to put my son out of business. But he said, anybody that touches this place before it gets finished and tries to tear it down are all going into the lake of fire.
The problem is code?
Yeah, they say that even all this I-beams and everything, they said it's still not hurricane proof. And it's got to be brought up to hurricane proof. So they said all this steel here, all has to be torn down and put on a new roof that costs about $175,000 that will stand the hurricane. This will stand any kind of hurricane. You can see these I-beams are fabulous. And there's the sheeting that goes on it, no matter what kind of understructure you've got. We got that sheeting, we got more sheeting, and they got more sheeting in the warehouse. And all they have to do is put that sheeting on top there and screw it on. And then you got your roof. And that's what we want them to give us a permit to do.
We've just crossed that little canal that Ponce de Leon and his Indian slaves built. And we've come across a cement foundation with very old boards. Now, at first when I thought I found Ponce de Leon's cabin, I thought this was it. But the mortar in here is much different than the mortar Ponce de Leon would use. And this actually is about the approximate right size of a 12 by 12 cabin. And you can see some of the boards here, but they're a little more modern boards, and you see a marker here. And what they're doing is they're marking a fishing cabin that somebody lived on the property, one of the owner's slaves perhaps, and he used to fish in the creek that was the canal that Ponce de Leon built for his ships. And if you get a close-up shot of this concrete, you'll see that this is more modern concrete. But I was so excited about finding Ponce de Leon's colony. In 2008, I posted, I found the campsite and the cabin, but it wasn't, this was actually more of a slave's cabin, more of a servant's cabin to the people that own the property.
How many bullets can that fire at once?
25. Oh, at one time? It's a semi-automatic. The National Guard have a fully automatic, which you just pull the trigger and 30 rounds go. This one, every time you pull it as fast as you can pull the trigger, it'll fire a round. And that's my ringtone. Sorry.
How long have you been shooting guns?
Since I've been 5, my dad let me shoot his 410 when he was a kid. When I was a kid, and I've always wanted one. I bought that probably about 2 years ago at a yard sale. And this is my favorite one. It goes with me wherever I go. Not real good with the pistol. I like rifles better, but. This is a standard hunting rifle. Everybody uses them. This is a 30-30. They also have a 30-06 that they use. It's a little more powerful than this, but I like the 30-30. It's got better distance, better knockdown power. This is the bullet for the 30-30. That'll take down a horse if we had to. I'll put 2 in just for now. I've never had a 30-30. I've always wanted one since I've been 16, so I went ahead and bought myself one. And really loud. Uh-oh. There we go. Want me to shoot it?
Yep.
It's loud.
I just keep it like that when I need to plug somebody. I got it, got it right like that. There's no chamber bullet right now. But when I'm out walking, I'll put the chamber bullet in there and the safety on. Then if something comes up, I switch the safety off and I've got ready to go.
Guys, laser sighting?
Yeah, laser's right on the money.
Okay.
And that's all you got to protect the Prince of Switzerland. The only problem is for my enemies, I'm a deadly accurate shot. And this is all I need unless 12 of you come at me.
How legal is it to carry it around in Florida?
If you have a, concealed weapons permit, it's legal. As Prince of Switzerland, I didn't think I needed one. I didn't bother to take the course. I didn't really want to draw attention to myself. And but when you're out in the woods like this, it's something you want to have, just in case. There's boars in the woods here. There's alligators in the woods here. There's a security team in the woods here. And there's snakes in the woods here. So you got to be pretty careful when you're out searching.
What verse? That's all the verse they got.
And that's how it go.
Freestyle. I can't freestyle.
Who want? I give it to him. Antichrist.
I can write.
You want a tattoo, motherfucker? I caught that bitch and give you 5 on it. And I told you motherfucker was real. This orange kind of motherfucker, the home of the motherfucking brave. And we are what the fuck they call us, but we ain't gonna put not an orange cat. You can call up PSG, you can call up punk, chump, you bring it. We'll give it to you.
Give it what they want.
I would like to give thanks to one of my favorite rappers, Lil Wayne. Yes, I do have what he wears. Supers. You probably never seen these. The hat is stupid, The shirt is dumb. Yo, Florida Boy Nugget, man. It's Florida Boy Nugget right here, 8732. Way Entertainment, man. That's me. President, founder, the dude. It's our crew, man. We all getting money, man. 4-Way Entertainment, man.
What it is?
Major
All we
moves,
got?
man. We run the city. Orlando Wise. Matter of fact, this is not Trick Daddy, but we do call him Trick.
Mr. Get this shit in the booth when they ask about that
Go
boy
ahead,
on the mic.
hey, go ahead and spit
Mr.
one.
Get this,
Go ahead and spit one real quick.
Spit one for us,
Before these under surveillance visits and recorded phone calls. Before they shoot the kites, flick it up or drop a few dimes. Before the years in the pen that fall. Before the judge screamed DOC. Before the state had a case against me. Right before I got locked up and booked for a crime, I was free.
Look here, while I reflect upon my past, I refuse to over-exaggerate my content. I can add up all the math from the year that I was born to the year I jumped the port. I was slowly building my moral values from the dirt. I enjoy getting dirty, even bleeding about mine. I inquired all my talent from knowing how to display my pride. I enhanced it all my vision to avoid being killed. I done starved, I done ate, I done destroyed to rebuild. Ain't nothing like being free. Correct me if I'm wrong for everybody around me. Now, this is what I show to y'all. I ain't lose all of my freedom. That was a dime big paw, cause I refuse to not do me by any devil living law. Before these under surveillance visits and recorded phone calls. Before they shoot the kites, flick it up, I drop a few dimes. Before the years and the pen that fall. Before the judge screamed DOC. Before the state had a case against me. Right before I got locked up and before crime, I was free. Acapella, that's how we do it over here on Post Street. Feel me? Get it how you live. One of my niggas. Hey.
That's the way to do it.
So how long have you been doing this?
I've been about 8. Started off with a little Pee Wee 50. It was great, little 70 ATC. Those guys, they've been wanting one forever, so I went out and got 110s for everybody. Every family member's got one. For everybody. You go, girl. If you don't dump it at least once, you're not doing it. You're not doing it right.
Now, aren't you glad I put a helmet on you?
Oh man, I was the butt of all the Bin Laden jokes when they were looking for him. Because I had dreads. I had real long dreads. I just cut those in January. But every Bin Laden joke it was, I caught it. I think they got him. You know, I think they got him, but there's so many other Bin Ladens out there. Bin Laden was just a popular name for him, but they had however their system worked. It was just like on a submarine. One guy takes over. I mean, if one falls, the next guy take over. It just you can't get them all. You got to kill a whole nation to get them. And then those that's left going to learn to do it. You can't stop it. The United States need to leave what's over there, come home and enjoy it. But that ain't going to happen because it's all about money. That's the only reason. If they say the nation is as poor as it is, why are they still there? Why they put money into it? Them ain't dummies up there. They get money out of it. So it's all about money. It ain't nothing about money. That's all it's about. See, we suckers anyway, because when they learn to tell you what you want to hear, you on their side. They ain't gonna do nothing about whatever they say. Just, that's what you want to hear. It's like meeting a girl for the first time, and once she give you an idea as to what she like, then that's all you feed her. It's stuff that she like. she got to go for you. And the American people, we scream and cry about what we want, and that's all the politicians do. They target what we want, knowing they're not going to give it to us. It sounds good on paper. I vote sometimes, sometimes not. That old saying, one vote makes a difference, it don't make no damn difference. Because if it did, it wouldn't take but one person to vote.
This is my book that just came out all over the world. My personal walk and talk. I've been to heaven 3 times with Jesus. This is me walking the gold streets with Jesus. That's the first time I was up. The second time I was good enough to kiss his mother's hands. The last time I was up there was not very long ago. Now this is sort of interesting. I've been with the police department for 68 years. This is the only gold badge in the world like it. And the sheriff and all of them come out and pray with me. And the sheriff drove up with 2 sheriff and their wives. And they were sitting here, and Jesus was sitting in this chair in person. And I said, "You want to see Jesus?" They said, "Why, sure." And when they saw Jesus sitting in this chair in the flesh, the women were shaking, and the men said, "Oh my goodness, oh my goodness." So the next day they come back in the big red van, they were still shaking, and they were telling me how pretty his hair and his teeth was and everything. So I put this Rose of Sharon and the Lily of the Valley, which is Jesus, one of his names, he's got many, and I put this chair here. Now everybody wants to sit in the chair, and I was going to advertise it on TV, but they said, "Oh, you can't do that. Otherwise, I think I had enough to finish the church."
Son of a bitch, I can see that cabin plain as day from the air. I don't see how we can't find the deal. Do you guys think we're looking at this spot right here? This spot and this spot? That's over there, this spot, and this spot's right here. We've reached civilization again. I've got let's check the GPS and then we can backtrack. I'm not absolutely positive, but our positioning on this map and these holes are matching up. With these holes here, these might be diggers who have come in here, destroying Ponce de Leon's cabin and digging for whatever gold there might have been. But we're going to keep looking a little longer for the cabin and just see if we can figure out what where we are, because we do have a good picture of the cabin from the air, and that's less than 2 years ago. So hopefully they haven't destroyed the cabin.
See, this used to be houses right here, man. You had one right here. You had 2 buildings right back there, man. You had another building over there on the other side. They took the shit down. Be our little cut back here. Come through the little fence and shit.
The projects right here, they tore it down, said too much corruption and drugs and all that shit. I ain't never see it, so I don't know what they're talking about. So, but this all the memory got left, but you know, they can tear the apartment down, but they can't tear me down. Post Street all day, baby.
Hey, you know, me, JoJo. Y'all see JoJo?
This is what goes on late night in the hood, man. They turned up. You know what time it is. Bar T.
Yeah, that's right here.
Hey, it's Bar T, man.
Real Bar T.
This is what we do on Post Street, y'all. Look, it's Bar T. It's ugly one time when hit y'all. Get it ugly, bring it on. Y'all ready for it? Y'all ready?
Hit him with the ugly. We going on TV. We on TV, bro. We making a video. These apartments here, all my people them had it. You know what I'm saying? The feds hit this here. Yeah. No military secret. No fairy tales. I swear to God. Feds and city buses blocked it in, and they hit the hill. My cousin doing 30 years. All my other cousins got deported. I guess I'm a United States citizen. I'm still here. You see that? That's the jungle. Remember woods, trees right here, right in the middle of the block. Yeah, that's another hide and seek place. You know? Hide and go seek. All jokes aside, I almost OD'd on cocaine because I had to swallow it because of the police, right? I then I went crazy, like literally. These boys had to come see me because once I felt like, oh, they told me to die today, I might die tomorrow. It was in my head, but 05.
All these houses caught on fire, burned down, somebody died in, you know what I'm saying? The city closed this shit down. They don't want, see, they want this place to be like some tourist spot and all that shit. So they gonna hide, you know what I'm saying, hide the facts of what happened over there. You know what I'm saying? So all these vacant spots, house caught on fire, burned down, murdered, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? They try to make this shit beautiful. Try to push everybody from this side
to that side.
To that side, the west side of Pine Hill, but you know, it ain't gonna work. We go out that bitch, we gonna be war all day.
Have you ever come across somebody you shouldn't have fucked with? Well, that's me. Have you ever come across somebody you have... Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I was thinking of that low thing.
Action.
I came here today to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
It's gonna be pretty blown out. How many films have you worked on the past year since you've met us?
Since I've met you guys, I've held 2 supporting roles and 2 lead roles. Probably went on 40, maybe 35 auditions. Landed 6 roles.
And what other films have you been in this year?
I've been in Fathers, I've been in Cosmos, Room 236. I just signed another role as a lead for Tanner in a movie called Underwood.
And this movie you filmed with us is the first one.
The first one, the documentary.
But it may not be the first one to come out.
Yeah, that's okay, but at least with you guys I get to be myself.
Nailed it.
Did it come out your nose?
Yeah.
I saw it in your mustache.
Oh, God.
I feel so much better.
I know.
Really? I'm so sorry. I've never laughed or puked so much.
I've got 4 shots now where it's you puking and then it pans over. Wolfpacker.
Should put that mic on the camera.
Because if you puke, I'll see them.
You'll puke. That's what happened.
That's
to
what
him.
happened to me.
That'll be a good combination.
Yeah, if we both puke.
I'll puke if you guys puke.
That's crazy.
That's so crazy.
This is our garden. Peppers. James is fried in Jordan. This is our electricity. Those are solar lights we put up in front. Solar panel will charge our batteries. This is everybody's sitting territory. All the campers that live here are permitted to sit here anytime. This is a tent. A homeless ain't that nasty. I'm just slow at cleaning. I've had cops come back here. Sheriffs come back here. You never know who's gonna come back here. What I hate is these little, I don't, and nobody, I call them little jocks. Rich little pain in the asses right back here on their bicycle, and they'll pick up a brick or rock and throw at our tents and destroy our camp. And they don't know if anybody's in there or not. What pisses me off is they get away with it. But if we went to their house and rebuilt and did the same thing they did to our house, we're going to jail.
Oh, can you talk about the boats? Why there's
This
boats?
is the little boat that I built. It's called Boatmobile. 6-wheel drive. It goes on land, snow, ice, and water. We've had it around in the sand dunes, and it's shaped like a boat, and it's just very safe because thousands of fishermen died every year going through the water, but they won't go through the water with this, you see. It's my pride and joy. It runs with a little jet on the back. I put all this tile around here myself, put the doors on. I did all the work myself. Took me a long time. Come on. We have the fountain going 24 hours a day, but there's a wire that got broken on the motor. Instead of putting this flagpole in the ground and losing about that much, I put a telephone pole in there, and then I put the flagpole on top of the telephone pole, so we didn't lose any, we gained a little. I had this sign made up in Melbourne years ago, the same on both sides, and I thought, well, the people would maybe see this. So the county come by the other day and they said, you can't have a sign like this. I said, well, they got a sign down the street for peanuts, it's 3 times this big. She said, yeah, but that's for peanuts. This is for Jesus. And I said, well, is Jesus as good as peanuts? And she says, well, that's not the idea. You can have a peanut sign on the highway, the whole side of the place, 4 times as big as this. But when the inspectors come out, they say, all signs have got to go, this has got to go, everything has got to go. See, nobody is concerned about Jesus or hung on the cross or nothing like that, but there's a day coming. There's a day coming where they'll all be on their knees and they'll all have to See, Jesus doesn't have a short memory, neither do I. And I know he's gonna remember all the things that they told about his son's place. And that's not gonna be so favorable for them.
Go to the verse. I'm gonna get on 16 right quick before I do the interview. All right.
I'ma buy you all the diamonds. I'ma buy you every pearl. Come and take a trip down to Florida where you can share my world. You know I like your walk. You know I like your swag. I'm like the Powerball. You won me with your lucky ass. Gucci, Louis, Delphi bags. What else to do but go and brag? You yourself, you want the Jag, but your friends want the Benz. If you can help a nigga win, what else to do but spend the ends? You know I like your walk. You know I like your swag. You know I think you sexy. Ooh, look at my lucky ass. I'ma buy you all the diamonds. I'ma buy you every pearl. Let me take a trip down to Florida where you can share my world. You can be my Florida girl. You can be my Florida girl. You can be my Florida girl. I'ma buy you all the diamonds. I'ma buy you every pearl. Let me take a trip down to Florida where you can share my world. You know I like your walk. You know I like your swag. I'm like the Powerball. You won me with your lucky ass. Cash out, all in, ball like I'm Spalding. Cause you my Florida girl, living in my Florida world. You get the diamonds and the pearls, for you I sacrifice the world. Yeah, that's that hot shit right there, man. That's it right there, that's all you get, cause after that it's a leak. You I sacrifice the world. It's a leak after that, man.
How do you feel after you record?
I'd be exhausted. My phone I ain't gonna lie. Right there. It'd be a, how can I say it, a comfortable exhaustion. Does that make sense? If it don't, then I'm gonna tell you how, cause I feel comfortable about what I just did and I'd be exhausted from doing it. So I guess it's just a job well done.
Yeah, how come we've never heard of rappers before?
I'm finna tell you the biggest thing came out of Orlando. It's called 4-Way Entertainment. It's the best kept secret. See, they don't talk about that. I keep telling you this every time. They don't talk about the truth. You get what I'm saying? If Orlando was a Bible, we would be the chapter in the book that they take out because it's too raw. Yeah. You get me? It's like Revelations to the 10th power. You get what I'm saying? I mean, how many dudes out here rapping about guns, drugs, and the same bullshit? How many of them really got a story to tell? One week you see these motherfuckers rapping together, next week they want to kill each other. I've been with the same niggas from elementary, man. Out the sandbox before I sold dope. So I'm a whole totally different from these niggas, and they know that too. You feel me? They know where I'm from and what I'm about. So I mean, we ain't really gotta go through that. I'm about selling dope and getting money. No, I won't kill you. I don't walk around with a gun to kill you. You feel me? But you can't get killed. But I'm coming out September 11th though. Yeah, blood of a thug and the soul of a G. And you won't be able to ask that question again about Orlando. Cause I'm gonna leave you the evidence. Yeah. That's how that go though. That shit was smooth running. Yeah, that's how that shit go. Yeah, that shit was cool right there. Yeah, yeah.
Well, folks, my map is a little bit tattered. We've been looking at GPS and the map. We got a clear overhead view of what appears to be the cabin. We're right in the area of where that cabin is, probably within 50 yards around us. We've got swamp that way. We've got a higher hill this way. And we've got an interesting little area over there. But you can see where there's been trucks and plows coming through here. We're not exactly sure where the cabin is just yet. My map's a little too hard to read at the moment. We're going to try it again perhaps tomorrow to come out here. It's getting a little late. And I still think the cabin's right here. And I'm going on about 3 or 4 eyewitnesses to the cabin. So I don't see any recent marks of anything being removed. We do have a couple sites where there's been digging. People may be looking for treasure, a Ponce de Leon or whatever. And we're basically going to call a hunt for today. Refresh our maps and our GPS and come back again real soon and show you the cabin. I'm sure it's still here, folks, but as you can see, archaeology isn't that easy.
Super fly tonight. Yeah. Bills in the building. And the Reverend Nugget. So we gonna keep it clean on this one, though. You feel me? It's still super fly though. DJ 100. You know I like your walk. You know I like your swag. You know I think you sexy. Ooh, look at my lucky ass. I'ma buy you all the diamonds. I'ma buy you every girl. I'ma take a trip down to Florida when you can share my world. You could be my Florida girl. You could be my Florida girl. You could be my Florida girl. I'll buy you all the diamonds. I'll buy you every girl. Come take a trip down to Florida when you can share my world. You know I like your walk. You know I like your swag. I'm like the Powerball. You won me with your lucky ass. Gucci, Louis, duffel bags. What else to do but go and brag? You yourself, you want the jag, but your friends want the beans. And you can help a nigga win. What else to do but spin the ends? Bubba's eye, Bubba lens. Get the beans for your friends. All alone with no sin. That's probably make us see the 10. Long as we gotta win, ball till it all in. I'm talking all in. For you it's no stalling. Cash out, all in. Ball like I'm Spalding. Cause you my Florida girl. Living in my Florida world. You get the diamonds in the pearls. For you I sacrifice the world. You know I like your walk. You know I like your swag. You know I think you sexy. Ooh, look at my lucky ass. I'ma buy you all the diamonds. I'ma buy you every girl. I'ma take a trip down to Florida when you can share my world. You could be my Florida girl. You could be my Florida girl. You could be my Florida girl. I'll buy you all the diamonds. I'ma buy you every girl. I'ma take a trip down to Florida when you can share my world.
I need that t-shirt. I need that shirt really bad.
Don't come over here, I'll bring you the shirt.
That's so gross. The more I see puke, I keep puking. Oh, fuck.